Hey, welcome. Today we're going to talk about a pretty revolutionary delay plugin. It's built to solve one of the biggest headaches in audio engineering. Getting that huge, spacious vocal sound, but without turning your lyrics into mush. Let's see how they pulled it off.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? You dial in this gorgeous, lush delay on a vocal track. It sounds absolutely epic. But then you realize you can't understand what they're singing anymore. The words get smeared, the consonants get lost, and the whole thing just kind of blurs together. It's this constant fight between creating that cool atmosphere and actually, telling the story of the song.
And that exact problem is what this tool was made for. This is lyric-aware delay. And just like the name says, this isn't just another echo. It's an intelligent delay that actually works with the vocal performance, not against it, making sure every single word cuts through nice and clear.
So how does it actually do that? Well, let's take a little tour of the plugin, and we'll start with the parts that create the echo itself. The familiar stuff, the delay engine. So if you look over on the left side, you've got all the controls you'd expect from a really solid pro-level delay. You can sync the delay time to your tempo, or you can set it manually. You've got your standard feedback and mix knobs, which control how many repeats you get and the balance between the vocal and the effect. Plus, and this is great, you get these powerful high-pass and low-pass filters, so you can really sculpt the tone of those echoes. It's a fantastic foundation to build on.
But that solid foundation, that's just the starting point. Now we're getting to the really cool part. The stuff that takes this from just a great delay to an absolute game changer for vocals. Okay, now look over to the panel on the right. This is the brain of the whole operation. With just one simple on switch, you fire up the intelligent processing that really makes this thing special. This is the lyric-aware section, and it's designed to listen to the vocal and adjust the delay on the fly.
So let's break down the two main controls here, because this is where the magic really is. First, you've got consonant protect. This is amazing. The plugin literally listens for those hard consonants, your T's, K's, and S sounds, and for a split second, it ducks the delay volume. What does that do? It lets the word punch through with perfect clarity. Then, tail boost does the exact opposite. It's smart enough to hear the gaps between the vocal phrases, and in those moments, it lifts the volume of the delay tail, so you get all that beautiful, lush atmosphere right when you want it without ever stepping on the actual lyrics.
And here's the best part. You don't just have to trust that it's working in the background. You can actually see it all happening. The plugin gives you this fantastic set of visual tools that show you, in real time, exactly what that smart processing is doing from moment to moment. Right, so if you look at the diagnostics section at the bottom, you can watch this in action. The input meter obviously shows your vocal coming in, but the wet reduction meter, that's the key. It visually shows you exactly when consonant protect is kicking in and ducking the delay. You'll see it jump every time a hard consonant hits. And finally, event density is basically gauging how busy or fast the vocal phrase is, which helps the plugin make all those smart decisions. It's seriously like having a tiny super fast engineer inside the plugin making perfect little adjustments for you.
So, when you put all of that together, what does it really mean for your music and your mixes? Well, it means you can finally stop making that old compromise. It's about getting the best of both worlds, things that used to fight each other.
Look, the ultimate takeaway is this. You can finally have those huge, beautiful, spacious echoes that bring so much depth and emotion to a track, but you don't have to sacrifice a single word of the performance. You get to keep those lyrics crystal clear, cutting right through the mix. You can just trust the automatic, intelligent processing to handle all the tricky stuff, which frees you up to just be creative. It's pretty simple, really. You just don't have to compromise on your vocal mix anymore.
And that really just leaves us with one last thought. Just imagine for a second what you could do with this. What kind of new sonic worlds could you build for your vocals? What kind of complex rhythmic delays could you design if you knew with 100% confidence that the lyrics would always be the star? Really, what could you create if your delays were always this clear?